Hey gorgeous ones, Dr. Lucy here. I hope you're happy, hope you're healthy. We've got another episode here of, what's my thing called? Cooking, coaching and conversations. I'm just gonna sneak around and press a button because I really wanna share this with my other group. So just bear with me because I can simply press that and it's good. The wonders of modern technology when you're trying to do a live, but you've actually got to leave your bench to go and press a button on your phone. And can you see my ring light in the background there? La, la, la. So I'll just stand in front of that. Lovelies. I'm actually cooking 2 meals today in our short time because these are what I call no chop meals. And who doesn't want a bit of no chopping? Seriously. Hello Janice, how are you my love? Now you'll see that I look over here, because that's where my laptop is. And when I'm watching my laptop, I'm hoping I'll be able to see your comments. Hey Kat, I can see you a little bit, but I'm on a little phone. And thank you Susan. I love this top too, and I'm gonna give you a little tip. A patient of mine came in wearing this. Lady, maybe my age, maybe a bit older. She looks so fabulous. And I go, oh my God, where did you get that top? And she was so generous and told me about a shop called Saint Frock, which probably many of you know. But anyway, I got on and I've just gone, right. And I bought like 5 tops. And I haven't actually bought this one yet. It's meant to be a bit kind of down there, but you know, it's annoying. So I just leave it up here. And yeah, it's summery and I light and I'm really loving it. So my loves, there is some sort of viral cooking sensation that Michelle Kays, who's the chef from Thermo Foodie and the Chef, posted this in her group and I thought, oh my God, I'm making this. So I haven't made it before, but I'm making it for you guys now because it is so super easy and you can make it within about, I don't know, we'll time it. I reckon less than 10 minutes, or about 5 seconds prep time and probably in half an hour in the oven. So it's some sort of ricotta tomato dish. It's got some Finnish name. The original blogger was in Finland. I can't actually remember her name now, but seriously, super easy. So remember, there is no cooking. So you do 2 punnets of some sort of cherry tomato. I've just been to the supermarket today and I got these ones on special. So which is why I'm cooking the second dish because it was on the specials list. So remember, my jam is to be able to show you how to cook quickly, easily and cheaply, but not sort of losing any quality. So we've got these little tomatoes. I'm going to line, this is a baking pan, just some old thing I found in the bottom of the cupboard. I'm basically flinging quite a bit of olive oil in the bottom of that. Just a bit of a, a whack. And then I get my packets of tomatoes, which should be easy to open, and I fling them in the bottom of this pan. And then, I don't know if any of you guys have seen this, then I've just got a packet of Danish feta. I like the Danish feta. It's a little less salty maybe than the Greek feta, just a bit, anyway, a bit creamier. I think that's what I like about it. I just like a smooth feta. I'm sure you could make it with a crumbly feta, but really, I really like a smooth one. So, oops, you'll be able to hear my husband. He's coming in the door. So, oh God, hopefully cats don't come racing in. Anyway, so basically I just whack that in the middle of this shenanigans. Then I've got some garlic, and I just happen to have this old clove it's been in my cupboard for a couple of months. I went to a farmer's market and bought, 4 cloves or 4 bulbs, whatever these are called, for $10. Apparently 8 cloves of garlic. It's really interesting when 1 clove looks like a piccolo and one's gigantic, but I just sort of fling them all in. You don't need to peel them. So there we go, super, super easy. Bang. Now, what the idea is that this is gonna roast. You were, Sarah, you were at the market. This is gonna roast and have all these beautiful flavors through it. Garlic, tomatoes. Now, you know me, I love a good mingle. So I'm actually going to get this. I've just got a garlic flavoured oil. You can never have too much garlic. And I'm just pouring that over the feta as well. And this is a mingle. It's called Greek garlic lovers. God, bloody hell. Don't come near me tomorrow. Anyway, it's just a beautiful mixture of, rosemary, thyme, the standard sort of ones, with some garlic in it. Nothing nasty in it, as you know, no fillers or anything. And basically, I'm just going to pour this over, sprinkle that all around. Now, the other things that you could add into it are some, like some chili flakes if you wanted to, something like that. Now, the other little piece de resistance, I'm actually doing a little sneaky for this one. I got this roast lamb. There's a now brand at Coles, and it's called Graze, and it's Tasmanian grass-fed lamb. So I'm always happy to support a bit of that. Again, I do go to the butcher, but Tuesday I had to run in and grab a few things. So again, this is what I do. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be done. So I'm actually going to put this right next to the feta. Let's move a few things around, pop that on there. Again, I might, oh, I forgot, I've got a bit of chili oil. Fling a bit of that around, put that on my lamb. Put a bit of these herby things on. Bit of garlic, beautiful. It's going to go perfectly with the lamb. Now, you put this in an oven. So my oven's preheated, and you put it in half an hour. That's only a baby little lamb. It's 500 grams, so half an hour is going to be perfect. So that's it. I've got vegetables, I've got some protein, I've got some herbs, I've got some garlic. What I'm going to do when it comes out, and I'll show you, is that you mush the cheese in with these beautiful roasted vegetables, and then I'm going to stir a bit of spinach through. So give me a sec. I'm just zipping. You girls know I can't zip. So I'm just, what's my word, schlepping over to the oven. Now, with the magic of television, here's one I prepared earlier. So, this one's a slightly different variation because instead of using feta, I've actually used some goat's cheese. Now, the pan's blooming hot, so I'm just going to show it to you. And what you'll see here is, now I'm holding that up. Can you see that the goat's cheese is sort of roasted? And I used, for this one, I didn't use the Greek one, I used an all-purpose spice mix. And then this is where the magic happens, as I sneak back and get my fork. And basically, all we do, I wish I could show it to you up close, but I don't have my own camera crew yet, is, hang on, I'll bring it back and you'll be able to see it. So all we do is we mush. Okay, so you mush the tomatoes in with this beautiful creamy goat's cheese. Okay, you can mush your garlic in the what's that called them, the sleeves. The skins will just peel off and separate out. And it's blooming. It smells absolutely divine. Now, in the Finnish lady's version, she mixes it in and serves it with pasta sauce. Obviously, I'm not doing that. But while this was cooking, I was also cooking some salmon fillets. So I'm basically having this, and basically I'm just going to flip out. See, here's the skin, you just flip them out. Like, it's not, you don't have to be very fancy. And the garlic's so beautiful. It's roasted, it's magnificent. And I'm feeling a bit fancy with this one. I'm going to tell you, it's a bit fancier than my standard. But how simple, not even a knife needed. There's probably some magic trick for getting garlic out of roasted sleeves, although I think I'm doing pretty well. As I said, I have no cooking training. But, you know, I seem to be able to dish up a meal every couple of nights. And then this is what I'm doing with this one. So, because, you know, I love colours. I love a bit of red, a bit of green, a bit of yellow. I'm just stirring that through. The heat of this cheesy sauce is just going to make the most incredible kind of, well, probably a bit of mush, but you can put it next to your, so when that lamb's out of the oven, I can put it with that. But I'm also going to show you something else that was so quick and so incredibly delicious. I'm moving that over. And I'm just going to go, just wait a second, I'm just going to the oven to get my other little feast. Should have probably had another one of these. Now, my loves, look at this. This is a herb crusted salmon fillets with crispy skin. Doesn't that sound a bit posh? Basically, I just get the salmon, I pour some olive oil over it, and I use this one. It's the garlic and dill ranch. I don't know if you can see that with the light on it. Again, another mingle favourite. We have jars of the stuff because we all love it, and I kept running out. That's been, I reckon, in the oven for 15 minutes. And if I chop that in half, that is perfect. So when I've got off here, I'm having a piece of that salmon with some of this, oh, it's still hot, don't want to burn myself, with some of this incredible looking dish. So, that took no time, as you can see. I've been able to make a dish, put it in the oven, get dishes out and show you how to do it. And we're only 15 minutes in. So for my next trick, ladies and gentlemen, I am cooking the fastest chow mein of all time. Now, I think there's no cats in. I've got food all over the place. So, back to my favourite, you know, my portable cooking stovey thing. Now, darlings, this, so, in comes a cat. I don't have a pan for this one because I've used the pan for the other thing and I don't have 50 pans. So it doesn't matter, I'm using a pot, okay? So this little pot sits on here, I'm just heating it up and get my favourite garlic infused oil, pour that in. Again, you know, a bit of a slug, doesn't matter. And then as that pan heats up, there is one thing to chop in this dish and I'm getting it out of my bowl, which is a lime. So, the reason I'm making this tonight is that when I was at the supermarket looking for the tomatoes, I came across this free-range, RSVP approved Australian minced pork. So I'm really particular about pork because I don't like the pork farms, you know, where the poor old piggies are just, you know, it's just a disgrace. This one, it's from WA, the pigs are roaming free. Now, I'm hoping they're telling me the truth, but it does say they've got outdoor access, free from artificial hormones and all that sort of stuff. And bonus, it was on special, so $5. Then some kind of coleslaw-y stuff, $1.50. So with this, I'm making pork chow mein. So I'm just waiting for this oil to heat. Got my favourite quick chopped onions. Now, it's perfect that I'm making these dinners now because I've got a super busy week. So tonight, when I finish here, I've got 3 coaching calls and Pilates. So I've got 2 coaching calls, then I've started Pilates. Part of my self-care, I need to look after my pelvic, you know, health, my back, you know. Again, having muscular dystrophy means that I've got some special needs, and I normally ignore them. So time for me, and which means though, super busy. I've got tomorrow night I've got the members, our beautiful Momentum members coaching call, and then Thursday night, Mary and I have a business dinner that we're heading to in the city. So I'm thinking, right, that's 3 nights in a row I'm a bit out of action. So I thought, oh, that's all right. I can cook 3 incredible meals in about, 22 seconds. So I'm sure you're not meant to use that knife for that, but, care factor. So what I want to say to you, darlings, is quite often our brain says to us, I don't have time to cook. And you know why it says that? Because we've been conditioned to believe that. We've been told by fast food companies, by billboards, by, you know, companies like, I don't know, McCain's, whatever those frozen meal companies are, that you can just, on a busy night, have something and bang it in the oven and that's the problem done. The issue solved. But honestly, you can also make really good food in a really quick time. It doesn't have to take, forever. So I'm just browning this off. Oh, wondering why it took a little while. So this is an induction cooktop. It's pretty, I don't have induction cooktops, but I'm pretty happy with it. It heats up really quickly, cools down really quickly. So I'm just quickly browning this little bit of pork mince. Good. This, while that's browning away, I'll still be burning my fingers off. I'm going to show you my cheese goop. So, unfortunately the pot's really hot. If I had sort of a hands of steel. So can you see, look at all those beautiful colours in there, and they're all just sort of mixing around. I can't wait to have that. Okay, pork cooking. So, if your brain is saying to you, I don't have time to cook, I'm too busy, just remember, that's just conditioning. Social conditioning from advertisers telling us that, this is something to have when we're too busy. The other thing is that food stays fresh in the fridge for ages, really a long time. Pilates is so awesome. I'm sorry, I can't see all the messages because I'm so busy cooking. I don't want to, burn it all. And for some reason, my laptop, which is meant to be, hooked in real time so I can see what I'm doing, isn't actually, maybe because I'm not actually watching it. Oops, turn that sound down. Yes. So here we go. That pork's getting beautiful. Now, are you ready? Mingle. Curry in a hurry. Whack this in. Smells amazing. Bit of salt. If I had some chopped up mushrooms, I'd probably fling them in, but I don't, so big deal. And I'm just basically quickly browning that. I don't need any liquid for this. There's a bit of pork fat in it, and when I throw that coleslaw mix in, or whatever it's called, the shredded cabbage, that's got enough liquid in it. You can then make it, it could be like a sanchoy bao and you can have it in a lettuce cup if you want, but seriously, so that's done. Oh, I've frozen on my screen, oh well. Oh God. Bloody hell. Now I'm talking on the other screen, sorry. Right, so, I'm stirring this in. Gosh, I should have probably had a bigger pot. I'm not going to fit 2 packets of the coleslaw stuff in. Although I reckon I can, because it'll shrink down. So again, the only reason I bought this, it was on special, $1.50. So seriously, I'm making this incredible pork dish. What is it, like $5 for the meat, $3 for the vegetables, $2 for the mingle, and I don't know, 30 cents for the onions. The whole thing's under $10 and it will feed us for quite a few nights. Now that looks a bit weird to be doing that, but I don't care because I'm going to put the lid on so now I can talk to you. So my lovelies, what are we up to? Like I've been going 20 minutes. 20 minutes and I've put that thing in the oven. I've put the roast lamb in the oven. I've got that, whatever this stuff's called, pork chow mein on, and I've shown you how to make the goat's cheese saucy stuff. So when your brain says it's too hard, it's so not. It's really just a matter of having your ingredients available. Okay, I have always got this stuff because we use it for everything. I've always got those onions, but the way I do it right is I have some lists in my app or my I do Coles online, you can do Woolies online, you can do whatever you like. And I have all my staples, so the dog food, the cat food, the toilet paper. Actually, no, I don't use the toilet paper, I do, who gives a crap for that. But the washing powder, all of those sorts of staples. So they just get put on and they get ordered every 2 weeks. And then I get, you know, I told you I get our cow. So if there's, but our cow, they do, I haven't tried the other stuff yet. I've just been mainly doing their beef. But again, when I get a little bargain, like $10 for chow mein, I'm going to take it. So real food cooking doesn't have to be hard, doesn't have to be expensive, and it doesn't have to take forever. It's quick. Now, admittedly, I've got a little bit of cooking. Oh, actually, I've hardly got any cleaning up to do because it's all in one pot. Like, it's really not that hard. So I really, really want you to just have a little think about it, work out what you can do. Again, family's tastes. Normally, one of the things is I might have cooked this salmon in with this vegetable mix. But here's the deal, right? I've got one daughter who's a vegetarian. I've got one daughter who's a pescatarian. I've got a husband that doesn't eat salmon, and I like to eat salmon. So with the four of us, what I've done is Ruby and I'll have the salmon tonight. Ty will have the roast lamb. Ella will have some of this stuff with, it's got a lot of protein in it, so I don't have to worry too much. She might have it with some pasta. It's fine, doesn't matter. I've been able to cook 3 dinners really with very little actual effort. These will all store beautifully. I don't know if it'll freeze, I'll let you know, probably. But I reckon we'll gobble it up beforehand because, again, 3 nights cooking, we're all eating. I'm going to have a little look and see what's I'm eating here. Oh yeah, this is coming along well. And again, lots of fluid, so I don't have to worry. My loves, I think we're almost done. What I'm having a look, Pilates is so awesome. I can't see any, I had to turn off the computer, it was driving me nuts. So I would really love to be having interactions with you, but sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. I guess what I'm really wanting to show you tonight is that cooking doesn't have to be complicated. I'm not a chef, okay? I'm so not a chef. I like good food, I love it to taste beautifully. The herbs for me, these, and look, you can ground your own if you want to, if you've got a Thermomix, I've got one. But for me, I just go, you know what? Here's this stuff. This is magnificent on salmon. And then I go, here's the other one, wherever that is. This is fantastic on lamb. It just makes my life so easy. I don't think there's any other comments. Oh, thanks, Robin. Excellent, wonderful. Next week, I'm doing another show. I haven't decided what we'll cook yet, but I also want to have a little conversation. One of the conversations that we have, I forgot the piece to stones. One of the conversations I want to have, and maybe I'll get it started tonight, is health at any size. So health at any size is a movement that came about a few years ago now, and it's actually, there are parts of it that I totally love. I totally love the idea that what it's promoting is that we can be healthy at any size. And in all honesty, we certainly can be healthy at most sizes. One of the things, Mary and I have done a podcast, I think it was last week's podcast, so if you haven't listened to it, go and have a little listen. But what the crutch of it all was that health at any size but not at any insulin level. So high serum insulin is the root cause of many of our chronic diseases, many. For the majority of high blood pressure, certainly diabetes, polycystic ovarian syndrome, cardiovascular disease, fatty liver, and central obesity. And so central obesity is an inflammatory process. So what we're going is, you know what, you don't have to be this lean, mean machine. You're allowed to have curves. You know, I'm not a bloody model. I'm not anything. I'm just a person, and I've got some fat around my hips. If I wear the wrong clothes, well, not wrong, but if I wear certain clothes, it might accentuate it, or if I wear other clothes, it might hide it. It doesn't actually matter. It's just a bit of fat there. What I don't have, I have a beautiful insulin level. So my health is going to be really, well, as long as, you know, everything goes on plan, my health is good. Okay, I used to have fatty liver. I used to have pre-diabetes. I don't. So you can be healthy. When we talk about weight loss for health, it's healthy. I'm getting steamed out by my pork. What I object to is this beautification of health. So that the idea is that the healthy people are young, vibrant girls running around in yoga gear and bikinis eating watermelon. Okay, yeah, they might be healthy. They might not. It doesn't actually, I don't know. I don't know their other things. I don't know. Maybe they could have an eating disorder. That's not particularly healthy. What I saw in my consulting rooms this week, and if they're watching, they'll know, I saw this couple and I just looked at them. They're in their 50s, maybe even early 60s. I can't actually remember now. And all I could see radiating out from them was health. Their skin was beautiful, eyes were shiny. They just looked so incredibly healthy and vital. And you know, I look around and I look at some people and I see that they're not thriving. You know, their skin's ruddy, their eyes are dull, they're puffy. They're not thriving, they're not healthy. You can still be, you don't have to be a perfect body to be healthy. We look at all the parameters. So my loves, interestingly, what we need to do is stop, and I really want you to have a look at this. Have a think about when you look at somebody, think about what are your thoughts about them. Is it, oh my God, look how fat they are? Or, oh my God, they don't look healthy? Or, oh my God, you know, they look amazing. Whatever it is, the thing is that we don't actually know anything about them. We don't know. I'm just stirring my little, my cabbage. It's looking great. Just stirring that mince through. That is quite cabbagey. Lucky I like cabbage. So when you see another person, if your mind is judging them, then I would ask you to stop. Because you don't know anything about them. You don't know anything about their life. You don't know anything about their past. You don't know anything about their potential trauma. You don't know anything about what they've tried. You don't even know where they've come from. So that's the first step. When we stop judging others, we also stop judging us. Cheryl, welcome. You've missed my extravaganza of cooking 3 meals in 20 minutes. This one is what I call pork. It's pork chow mein. It's basically minced pork with some mingle curry seasoning through it and some cabbage. I've possibly gone a bit overboard on the cabbage, but I don't care. I quite like it. In fact, now I'm mixing that mince through. That'll be fantastic. And if I'm worried that it's a little bit dry, I can just add a little bit of stock or a bit of water even. Don't have to worry too much. And that is going to be perfect. So I can turn that off. That's done. So my loves, half an hour. I was 2 minutes late, so half an hour I've cooked the salmon. Here it is. Herb encrusted with crispy skin salmon on the bottom. Doesn't that sound fancy? And I've cooked that incredible goat's cheese dish with roasted tomatoes, roasted garlic and some spinach through it. And when I stop this, I'll be getting my other one out of the oven. That'll be probably another 10 minutes. All right, my loves. This hopefully has inspired you to know that you don't have to go to takeaway. I mean, look, if you do, it's fine. But don't be lulled into the idea that you don't have time to cook. You absolutely do. And I'll see you all next week for cooking, coaching and conversations. Bye, darlings.